The top 5 stories of the past 24 hours. It's 7 p.m. on the East Coast, and it's time for Comic Book Now. What's up, Comic Book Nation? I am Tori Yator, filling in for Brandon Davis while he's on the Walker Stalker cruise. And I am with Charlie Ridgely, and this is Comic Book Now.
What's up, everybody? Hey, make sure to give Tori a big warm welcome. She hasn't been on Comic Book Now since we've been in the new office and the new studio and everything. So be sure to welcome her in the comments. Say hey, drop a hello, and don't forget I'm watching the comments. I'm giving y'all some shout outs to answering your questions, but we'll get to that later. First, Tori has got the top 5 stories of the news today.
Yeah, we've got some big news, lots to talk about today. With the Super Bowl on Sunday, we are going to see some huge trailers. One of those is the Transformers The Last Night trailer. Director Michael Bay released the first 30 seconds of the Super Bowl spot earlier this morning. Let's check it out.
You want to know, don't you? Why they keep coming here to Earth.
Your world is dying. Do you seek redemption?
My maker, I do.
I love mythology and Anthony Hopkins, so I'm all in. Michael Bay also gave us an official synopsis of the film on the Last Night Facebook page. Humans and Transformers are at war. Optimus Prime is gone. The key to saving our future lies buried in the secrets of the past and the hidden history of the Transformers on Earth. Saving our world falls upon the shoulders of an unlikely alliance. Cade Yeager, Bumblebee, an English lord, and an Oxford professor. In Transformers The Last Night, the hunted will become heroes. Heroes will become villains. Only one world will survive. Theirs or ours. It's very intense, y'all. The full trailer will air during the Super Bowl, but that's not the only trailer we got for you. We're hitting you with another major trailer. Yeah, that's a little Ghost in the Shell humor for you. I kind of love dad jokes. Here's the official Ghost in the Shell Super Bowl spot.
They did not save your life. They stole it.
In the trailer, we get a better look into what makes up Scarlett Johansson's major Motoko Kusanagi cybernetics and all the butt-kicking that we could ask for. This movie has had some controversy around it due to the casting of Johansson, but I think this is the perfect trailer to get people excited again about the live-action adaptation of the beloved manga. Moving on to another badass woman, we've got some interesting Game of Thrones news, and it might involve Daenerys and her dragons. Twitter user Kevin Patterson took some pictures of the throne set in Belfast and noticed some interesting green screens. Yes, that huge thing kind of looks like a dragon's head. Not a big deal, right? There's always dragons on Game of Thrones. What is interesting is that Belfast is the shooting location for Winterfell and The Wall. So the question becomes, is Daenerys bringing her dragons to Winterfell? Oh, I hope so. I'm so ready for her to take over everything. Westeros, Daenerys is coming. The CW superhero universe is about to get a jolt of lightning. Black lightning, that is. Dad joke. Black Lightning, produced by Greg Berlanti, will join the other DC shows, Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow on the CW. The story of Jefferson Pierce and his 2 daughters is monumental for a number of reasons. It would make Pierce the only black superhero headlining his own broadcast show. It would also be Berlanti's 6th show on the CW network. Give that man a nap. The pilot is scheduled to start shooting in March, so check ComicBook.com for all the latest news. Finally, in Star Wars news, we know that filming has started on the standalone Han Solo movie, and that means the actors are deep in preparation to portray these iconic characters. Harrison Ford and Alden Ehrenreich grabbed lunch last month to go over cool Han Solo things, and now we have our first glimpse of the 2 Lando Calrissians doing the same thing. Twitter user Just Lauren snapped this pic of Donald Glover and Mr. Billy D. Williams at lunch. Let's just talk about the level of swag on this table. It's off the charts. I can't even deal with it. Speaking of men with swag, ComicBook.com broke down the top 5 Captain America costumes for you. Check it out.
The Avengers just aren't the same without their leader, the Star-Spangled Avenger himself, Captain America. Over the years, the mantle has been passed on a few times, and each new entry gets its own costume makeover, so we thought it might be fun to list our top 5 Captain America costumes. Starting the list at number 5 is Sam Wilson's Cap costume. It takes inspiration from Rogers' previous super soldier look and implements the red and white stripes of the classic look. There's much more white in this outfit, and the red goggles are a nice complement to that. Number 4. For Cap's present-day film debut, Joss Whedon and Marvel went for a modern take on the classic costume, and for the most part succeeded. The helmet's a bit too bulky in action, but the rest of the suit is stellar. And number 3, we have the classic. It's not the most realistic costume, but there is just something about the classic stars and stripes with the blue chainmail that stands the test of time, much like Rogers himself. Number 2, Ultimate Captain America. For those that have a fondness for the classic outfit but want it imbued with a bit more realism, the Ultimate Cap hit the sweet spot. The color scheme is the same, but the chunky red gloves and boots and the temple wings are gone. And finally, number 1, the Winter Soldier suit. What the Ultimate Captain America costume did for the comics, Captain America Winter Soldier did for film. The suit was based on his Steve Rogers Super Soldier days but became something even sleeker. The muted blue with brown leather and silver highlights let the bright shield be the main influence of color, and in motion, the suit looked phenomenal. What did you think of our list? Let us know in the comments and read about this list in further detail over on ComicBook.com.
Well, Winter Soldier is my favorite because that movie is as close to perfect as I think you can get.
I think the voice of that video there was as perfect as you can get. A little shout out to Chris Killian. He's about to go on his comedy show in New York. He just commented, said he's going on stage in a minute. So good luck, Chris. I know you're watching while you can. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. Another little shout out here. My grandparents are watching right now for the first time. So hey, Woody and Marie, I love y'all. Thanks for being here.
Oh, that's lovely.
On the Captain America thing though, First Avenger. I gotta go old school. The World War II. It doesn't get much better for me.
That's respect.
Honestly.
That's respect.
So, like I said, I'm watching your comments here. Remember, you can comment anytime. #CBNow on Twitter. We will see your comments. You can comment here on Facebook. A lot of you guys were asking about Transformers during that trailer. I had one. Ryan Wallace was asking if Shia LaBeouf was going to be in the movie. He's not. He kind of dropped out after the third one. Mark Wahlberg took over. We are going to have a lot of actors, though. Tyrese is back. A lot of those classic guys, and Sir Anthony Hopkins is going to be around. The one question we got the most, though, was, is this going to be the last one? It's the last night, and it is the last time Michael Bay is directing Transformers, but it's not the last Transformers. So there'll be a couple more down the road. But we have a lot of questions come in, a lot of questions last night, a lot of questions tonight. And like I said, our boy Ryan Wallace comments all the time. And to welcome you to the show, we wanted to bring up one that he's asked Brandon and I before. What's your favorite upcoming movie that you're most looking forward to, or TV series? Something from 2017 coming up that you, Tori, are super excited about.
I mean, there's so much. I'm a huge Wonder Woman nerd, but I gotta go with Guardians of the Galaxy. I am so pumped for this. I want to be best friends with every single person on this cast, and I'm determined to make that happen.
I mean, who doesn't though? Like when James Gunn posted that picture on Instagram the other day with the whole cast, like it looks like the biggest party ever.
We were talking about that. It's so lovely.
I know Guardians is gonna do. I think everyone here is excited about Guardians. I know all you guys are. You comment about it all the time. Pirates of the Caribbean looks awesome. I know you all might shun me for saying that, but I watched the first one again last night, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Will and Elizabeth are coming back in this movie. I could not be more excited for a movie.
Live your truth, man. I love Javier Bardem, so I'm pumped for that.
It's going to be epic. Let's see. Keep the questions rolling in, guys. I got a lot of compliments today for you, Tori. A lot of people are liking you on the show, man. Maybe we'll have to give BD a call and... the other thing coming out this year, though, let's be real.
Let's get real.
Fate of the Furious, and everyone's excited about it. It's got one of the biggest names in Hollywood in this movie.
Who is it?
Not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, not Vin Diesel, our boy Scott Eastwood, everybody's favorite guy. I had to get it in at some point, guys. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Brandon actually called me from the cruise, from the middle of the ocean.
Wow.
And he was like, hey, you got to get Scott Eastwood in this. I mean, it's like $85 a minute or something to call, but like he was really, really important.
But
he wanted to make sure he got here.
Scott is so important to this fabric of the show.
I don't think we could have Comic Book Now without Scott Eastwood, without you guys. There's no way it could happen. Let's see. Zach wants to know if we would like to see Ryan Reynolds play Green Lantern in the Green Lantern reboot. He's fine as that, but I want him to be only Deadpool for the rest of his...
Forever.
Like, I want Deadpool Ryan Reynolds, and that's fine. I want to see a new take on Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd love that. Let's see. We got... Don had a great question we were trying to get to yesterday. Didn't have time. He wants to know if there's any plans for a Daredevil movie. I know that's been a little bit of talk ever since the Netflix series came out.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it could be a movie. We've seen it back in the day with Ben Affleck, but I think it's great on Netflix. They're able to do so much with it, make it gritty, make it real, and I think it's good on Netflix. I really do.
I agree, and the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie was okay.
Yeah.
But he's Batman now. That's not happening. I think what the MCU's got going on right now, they're never going to go back to that gritty, wannabe gritty kind of tone.
Yeah.
They're going to keep that on Netflix. If we see a Daredevil movie, it's going to be on a Netflix standalone film. They're making their own movies now. It's going to be on that. We're not going to see one on the big screen. It does not fit with the MCU standards.
I agree.
But speaking on the MCU, Dominic Warner wanted to know what comic book store we want to see after Infinity War. So I'm assuming we're talking Marvel here because we're talking about Infinity War. So is there any particular comic storyline you might want to see play out after Infinity War?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm really excited for Nebula. Is that weird?
She's going to be bad. I mean, Karen Gillan is a great actress. She's going to kill it in that movie. And I mean, if you read the Infinity Gauntlet comic, she was such a huge part of that.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I would just love to expound on her, kind of.
I know we can't get it, but X-Men versus Inhumans was pretty new or going on right now. I'd love to see that. I know it's not going to happen, but
we can dream.
We can always dream. Okay, let's see. We got one more question here. We talked about it a little bit, but we have a little more to address with it. Thomas Charles Law Jr. wants to know what Super Bowl previews we're going to get. And we talked about Transformers. What we saw on the screen was 30 seconds of what's going to be a minute-long trailer in the Super Bowl. We know we're going to get Ghost in the Shell. What else can we expect?
I think we can expect, Fast and Furious. Definitely. Obviously, Baywatch.
Yep, the producers, Hiram Garcia, who's a producer of Black Adam with The Rock, he said today we are getting a Baywatch spot in the Super Bowl. So I'm excited about that. I don't care what anybody says. That's going to be an awesome movie. If for no other reason than The Rock and Zac Efron together
are hilarious.
I think you can expect Pirates of the Caribbean coming.
Yep.
And it's worth noting that Marvel has always had a Super Bowl trailer. I mean, the last few years, every year. Next Marvel movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. So
yes.
I don't know. Real quick, Christopher Greenwood, who do you think's going to win the game? We're not a sports show, but what do you think?
We're from the South. I got to go Atlanta.
Got to go Atlanta.
Bro.
Our editor and our Dallas Jackson and our video guy, Adam Frost, would not be happy with me.
Peace up.
But go Falcons. Go Falcons. Rise up. Like they said on The Walking Dead, rise up this weekend. Let's give it to them. All right, that's all I got over here on the comments. They're still rolling in. We'll try to get to them Monday if we can. But that's all I got.
That's all we got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. BD will be back next week. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Carrier Pigeon, however you want to. We will see you next week. Thanks for watching.
See y'all Monday.